What a life we live, folks. What a life we live, huh?
Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my nest?
I'm kind of trash because when the Mavericks were up 3-0 on the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Timberwolves won Game 4, I just kind of laughed at everybody who insinuated that the Timberwolves had a chance to come back in the series because it's never happened ever in the history of the NBA. The reason why I say I'm kind of trash is why do I think the Mavericks might win this series now? Why do I actually think it might happen? I need somebody please match my fucking freak. Is there anyone out there who is going to match my freak? I just need one, folks. I just need one person to match my motherfucker. Just match my freak somebody. This is just going to be a vibey video because really, Game 4 of this series was vibey in a lot of ways for the Mavericks. It was just a feel-good win. Obviously, it doesn't feel good being down 3-0 in the series, but winning Game 4, avoiding the sweep, and not just winning Game 4, but winning it in such convincing fashion. I mean, I think I saw it was the third biggest blowout in NBA Finals history. The Mavericks had a 48-point lead at one point in this game. I mean, there were points in the series where it damn near felt like the Mavericks weren't going to score 48 points the entire game, let alone have a 48-point lead. And the Mavs just kind of did everything that we've been waiting for them to do. They took 11 more shots in the Boston Celtics. The Celtics, over 50% of their shots were threes. Granted, there was 15 minutes of garbage time in this basketball game, like actual garbage time. Joe Mazzulla pulled the starters with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. But even then, half of the Celtics shots were threes. We talked about that number a good amount and how good the Celtics are when they're bombing threes. They're pretty much unbeatable when half of their shots are threes. The Mavs only took 4 fewer threes than them. They took 11 more shots total as a team. The Mavericks dominated on the glass, which is to be expected when one team is making every shot they shoot pretty much and the other team's missing every shot they shoot. But 13 offensive rebounds for the Mavericks, 7 for Derrick Lively, who was absolutely phenomenal in this game. Hello? Derrick Lively hit 3? Like, can we talk about that for a second? Apparently, that's only the second time in NBA history a player made their first career 3 in an NBA Finals game. The other person being Josh Powell, Dwight Powell's brother. Did you know that? That's Dwight Powell's brother. No, it's not. It is Chris Middleton's cousin, though. Actually, I found that out today. Derrick Lively, who the first 2 games of this series, it looked very quick for him. It looked very sped up. It looked fast. He's been really good the last 2 games of the series. I thought he was a huge bright spot in the Game 3 loss for the Mavericks, and I thought he was absolutely awesome yet again last night. And just that sequence was just nuts. The corner 3, right, which we've seen the practice film. We've seen all of it. It's a good-looking shot. We've kind of been wondering when it was going to roll out. That looked like a designed play for the Mavericks. That looked like an option that was supposed to be there, not just a prayer Hail Mary 3, followed by what I thought was a block. I guess they didn't credit him a block, but a really nice defensive stand on the other end, and then a lob. 3 consecutive possessions right there for Derrick Lively, and the place was just going nuts. It was funny because Derrick Lively hit the 3. Crowd went crazy, obviously, but there was almost like this 3-minute stretch afterwards where everyone was like, what the fuck just happened? Did Derrick Lively just do that? What did I just see? You're looking great today, buddy. No. You're looking great. No. You look great. You're looking great. You look great. Stop that. You're looking No. Stop that. You look great. Stop that. The delusion has really taken its toll on me. I'm losing my mind just a tiny bit here. Luka and Kyrie were both really good table setters in this one, just attacking relentlessly. I thought Luka was really, really assertive early on in this game, attacking smaller players and attacking bigs whenever they were switched out onto him. I thought Kyrie was awesome. Those two were just living inside the paint all game long, and it really just kind of opened things up for the Mavericks role guys, which is great because those two combined to shoot 1 of 14 from 3. The other Dallas Mavericks role players were 14 of 23. I had to pause right there to do some quick math in my brain to try and figure out how many threes that was. 14 of 23 for the Mavs role guys, including 5 of 7 from Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway Jr. came in fourth quarter, garbage time. Now, of course, we can discuss how Tim Hardaway Jr. got 20 minutes in a must-win Game 3 and was awful, and then turns around and is not even in the rotation at all the next game and is thrown into garbage time. That's just a little bit shocking that was a thing in Game 3. Not shocking that he was in garbage time, but shocking that he was in the game in Game 3. But 5 straight threes for Tim, and the building was about to collapse. I mean, that play, the American Airlines Center was going fucking nuts anytime he touched the ball. It was actually pretty great to see, considering, how hard the fan base can be on Tim Hardaway Jr. at times, and sometimes for good reason, just for his play on the basketball court. I love the defensive intensity from the Mavericks in this game. I thought Luka was good defensively. I thought that he really took it upon himself to play better defense. The Mavericks just, as a team, did what we've seen them do all postseason long defensively, and really what we've seen them do in this series. I mentioned it in the last video. The Celtics have only had one 3-game stretch the entire season where they are as bad offensively as they were in the first 3 games of the series. And add game 4 where they only put up 84 points and their offensive rating was terrible. I think it was their second worst offensive rating of the entire season. And so the Mavs defense, as much as it was the topic of discussion after the first 3 games of the series, mainly Luka's defense, it really has been fine. And the Mavericks offensively are starting to pick it up a little bit, which is what we've seen over the course of this postseason, is that the Mavericks get better as the series goes along with their offensive rating. It's happened in every single series up until now. And through the first 4 games of this series, a 95 offensive rating in Game 1, 105 in Game 2, 108 in Game 3, and 133 in Game 4. Will it get better than 133? Well, that would be shocking. That would be Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Look, are there too many basketball reasons to think that the Dallas Mavericks are going to come back down 3-0 against this Boston Celtics team? Of course not. It's never fucking happened, and I'll stand on business. There's a reason it's never happened in basketball, because it's really, really hard to beat a team 4 straight times, especially when that team was good enough to beat you 3 straight times, especially if there's no real dramatic injury. But based off vibes, sure, why the hell not? Why not? Why not? If you believe in basketball karma, if you believe in basketball gods, hey, there's a chance. 80% of my section last night that I sat in were Boston Celtics fans. You might think that's an exaggeration. It was not. I think that's genuinely. I went to the game with a friend. The friend I went with, obviously, he was a huge Mavs fan. Everyone surrounding me was a Celtic. I could not high-five another Mavericks fan. They just were not around me. And they were talking shit the entire game. Like not just fun shit. Non-fun shit. They were talking non-fun shit all game long. And it was excruciating. And it made me a little happy. I'm not going to lie to you. I was overhearing some conversations. Some guys who were like, dude, I spent $1,300 to get here. Dude, I spent $2,000 to fly in and buy the tickets. And I'm just sitting there just like,